Hello. So hey guys, what's up? So today I'm gonna talk about certificate don't build skills build confidence. Like most peoples will focus on confidence. Today I'm gonna firstly talk about have you ever felt like you got a certificate and felt like useless? Like most of the people have so much certificate. Like I'll give you an example. Like I have one of my friend, its name is Fadil. Like he have a bunch of certificate, like a Google Drive of achievements. Like one day I asked him something, like what you really achieved of this certificate. Like he have more than 50 certificate. So he said, my parents sent me for learning something. I got a certificate. That's all. Because he only have the certificate. He don't have any skills. He have so many certificates. So the another thing I asked him, what skill you really have? Like his answer was, that answer freaked me up. Like his answer is like, I studied, I got a certificate. I don't have any skill that I have learned. Like most of the things that we learn, most of the certificate that we get is only for posting Instagram or posting somewhere. Like posting in even LinkedIn. Like this most certificate that we post in any social media platforms, that's only for show off. Like if we ask anyone, do you have that skill? That person will say, that person will be numb. Like they don't have any answer. Like if I give you an example, when I start public speaking, at starting my hands were like trembling and my voice was, some old cars starting. My voice was like that. My voice was like, hello, hello. It was like that. And the first time when I started speaking in front of 10 or 20 people, my heart was, pumping too much fast. And maybe, I think it's Agida ma'am. Yeah. Agida ma'am came to me and she put her hand on my shoulder and she told, no worries. Like whenever we are starting something, we have trust in ourselves. That's the first thing. We trust in ourselves. So let me share one of my real story. As I'm preparing for aviation student, so in aviation, about 35K feet, if something happens, any turbulence came, if something happens, while we are helping a passenger, nobody will ask how much marks you scored in +2. Nobody will ask how much marks you scored in degree. They are asking, are you capable to do that? Most of the company interviews, they will ask for the certificate. But that's just a proof that you have studied. But if you have a skill, most of the companies, I have recently talked with a person who usually takes the interview. That person was telling that, whenever I'm getting certificate, I will take that certificate and keep it under my table. And he will ask, you have this much certificate. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you have problem solving skill? Do you have leadership skill? Do you have networking skill? Can you work under pressure? These are the 4 main questions that interview people ask, by removing the certificate. So if an interviewer asks this, we should have at least these 4 skills. Nowadays, most of the people don't have leadership skill. They're maybe I can lead students, maybe I can lead them to there, but I can't make them to do something. What is really leadership? Leadership is a skill that we make someone to do something with their motivation. We have to give them motivation. With that power, they have to do. That's a thing nowadays most of the people don't have. And I'm telling you the Gen Z, this Gen Z people includes me. Gen Z people, if something comes in your life, we will be too much depressed. Even though few months ago I had an injury, I have to sit in my home for 2 months. So I was guys, I'm really, I'm trapped in my home. I can't even do anything. I was, I'm too bad. I don't have anything. I don't have any skills. I was like that 2 months ago. And at that point, my mom came to me. She was telling, if something happened in life, it doesn't mean that's forever. She told me, if something happened, you have to do the things for your future. So the thing I do, I start vlogging. I start writing stories. So after 2 months, the thing I got is, rather than certificate, the thing I got is, I can talk here. It's all because I started vlogging. The second thing is, I started writing stories and vlog. From that, I got I got to know that I can make a skill even sitting in home. I didn't get any certificate on that. I just learned from myself. Like from sitting in my home, I got that. So that skill I'm using in my college, and in yesterday's presentation, I got second prize. It's all because I sat in my home and looked in the mirror. I practice. Like until I failure, I practice it. Like so much times, when I look in the mirror, I present something. Like my mind will say, like my mind will say like that. So I'm saying certificate will show to an interviewer that you have studied something. But a skill that will show you can do it. Because a skill is the more important thing that we look in an interview. If anything happen, whatever things happen, like nobody will ask, like, do you have that degree? Do you have that much marks? Nobody will ask that. They will only ask, like, can you do that? Can you do that with confidence? That's the thing they will ask.